I think that this is this is this is welcome or this is a blessing event or whether this is a really a harsh event is it's up to the decision of or the up to the perspective of individual or each individual. But actually, so to not yeah to start with, so each country is a if each country is a sovereign country, or if there's so according to the official information, so this world is supposed to have this world is supposed to have 190 some countries all over the world, and each of them are, of course, sovereign countries. Each of them is a sovereign country, which means so they need to decide how they have to go in the present time and in the future. And each government of each sovereign country has to decide how to proceed their countries, or how to manage their countries, which is what they have to decide anyway. So considering it, so according to not according to, so maybe I'm recording this episode in the end of April. Yes. I think it's the recording time is the end of April in 2023, which means I think you have already known that. So Mr. Emmanuel Macron, who is the incumbent, or who is a present president of France, said that Europe should be the third world or something, or maybe. So there are various translations according to the online information, and according to online information, and which means I have seen some news used towards the third ways, or third ways, or something. Not the third ways, but the third way is the English words I saw maybe. And by the way, so hello everybody, I'm Richard Gorgov, back to the podcast version. And this time, the title is really simple. Wait a moment, please. So, the title is Europe, the Third World, and the conclusion is the rise of China is realistic ever. And so, in this present time, the greatest country is the United States of America, but actually, so the greatest position is shifting to the mainland China, which means so China is going to become the largest country, the largest and the most powerful country in the future, which is a determined future for the mainland China, which means which is why it's natural that other countries go in favor of mainland China, and the entire the entire Europe is becoming one of them. Of course, Europe has many countries from France, Germany, Great Britain. Great Britain is not incorporated into European Union, but actually, so so geographically thinking, so Great Britain, or Britain is one of the European countries, and but actually, so there are there are some controversial countries whether whether it's proper, or it's good to categorize into Europe, or into Asian countries, for example. So Turkey claims that they are European country, but actually, so but actually, that can be categorized into to a Middle Eastern country. But actually, so it's up to how each person thinks, or how each people think. Anyway, so but actually, so if so this is still a hypothetical situation, but actually, so if America loses its position as the largest country, or as the most powerful country, and the China comes to be, or China is coming to be becomes the China is becoming the largest country or the most powerful country, which is still occupied by the United States of America. So it's beneficial or it's favorable for European countries to work in favor of mainland China, and which is why what Mr. Emmanuel Macron said is favorable to the bright future of each European country. And what I'm saying is really abstract stuff. But actually, so how should I say? Which country occupies the position as the largest and the powerful and the most advanced country has no influence on how the rest of them how the rest of the country go, which means so my country is under the supervision or under the not under the control, but actually my country is severely influenced by the United States of America. By the way, so I live in Japan, and my country has American bases or American forces, and they have bases or they have military, how should I forward that word escaped me, and facilities or premises. Well, this country has this country has premises and the facilities of American force, which means so this country is hugely or largely influenced by the politics of the United States of America. But actually, anyway, so after China becoming the leader of this entire world, so this country is going to become one of the vassals or one of the subsidiary or subordinate countries to following the guideline or following the dictation or following something or whatever created by the mainland China, and which is how this country is going to survive in the future. After I mean what I'm talking about is a world in the future in which China control everything. China controls everything, and this country follows the control or follows the direction of or direction created by or guided or led by the mainland China. And so it's like the king or the leader has changed from America to China, and it's fine. It's like not it's like but actually so nothing changes in the case of my country, because in the case of my country, so who to follow is going to be changed in using the tense of future. So who this country or which country this country has to follow, it's going to change in the future. But actually, so there's going to be no change, because this country has follows the greatest countries, and in the ancient time this country followed the directions or the politics of the mainland China, and that has changed in the modernized era, which means so the modernization had started. Modernization had started in the middle of 19th century, I think, or as long as I can remember, the modernization of this country began in the middle of 19th century, and after which this country began to follow the directions or the politics was the political sways or other types of sways coming from Western European countries and the United States of America. And after the World War, the United States of America came to get a huge influence on this country, which means this country began to follow the sway or the influence of America, And but actually, so the essence that this country has followed the directions of larger countries has not changed, which means so this country has followed this country. So what I'm talking about is the general direction or the general the general direction the general direction. So my language, my mother tongue doesn't distinguish L and R, which is why so the pronunciation general was confusing. Anyway, the general direction of this country has not changed, and the email was the content of the general direction of this country is that this country has followed the the policies or the directions of the largest countries or larger countries, which means so I mean as I have explained to you so minutes before, so this country has followed the directions of the mainland China or the contemporary country in each era or in each era in the past. So before the incumbent government or before the president, not president but present government of mainland China in 2023, this country follows the directions of Dating or maybe Dating or Qing. The name of the country is Qing. Anyway, before the before the present government of China, and before the era of Qing, the country named Ming had governed or had controlled the stuff of Chinese continent. Anyway, so and this country had followed has followed the directions or the orders of the country named Ming, and like which this country has followed the directions of other countries. Anyway, and that is not going to be changed after China or after the mainland China becoming the leader of this world, and that's the case to each European country, which is what I think, and because each European country is around the same size as that of my country, meaning so the population is not so different. So, but actually, so ten, the difference is 10 millions, 10 millions, not 10 what, not 10 millions, or there are there's a difference of millions of people between my country, the population of my country, and those well that of each European country. So maybe in terms of population, this country is twice as large as France or something, and not twice as large as Germany. Germany has more population than France, maybe so something like that. And in the case of the population of Tokyo and London, and London is slightly smaller than Tokyo, for example, stuff like that. And which is why there's no difference in the future of European countries, whichever country governs, or whichever country takes control of the entire world between what I'm talking about is America controlling the entire world, what China controls the entire world, controlling the entire world, and whichever controls the entire world, there's no change in the life of each of you, which is what I'm saying. Of course, some of you may come to have to, or some of you may come to have to study Chinese language, but actually, so learning, so it's up to you, whether so you can enjoy learning languages or not. So to start with, in the case of European people, so their mother tongues for most of them, so their mother tongues are not English, which means so you have to anyway. If you are European people, using other languages than English language as your mother tongues, so you need to study another foreign language for communicating internationally or communicating with foreigners who do not use your own mother tongues. And in the case of French people, so when it comes to talking with German people, they have to use English maybe, and if they do not speak German language, stuff like that. So so after China becoming the leader of this world, so it's fine to use Chinese language for communicating each of you between others or with others who do not use your mother tongue. So it's fine. So in the case of the proficiency of my Chinese language, so I'm really bad at Chinese language, but actually so it's fine to study. So it's like 需要学习 so it's so I need to study that anyway, so I need to study Chinese language. So 我需要学习汉语，或者我需要学习中文。我 another expression is 说只学习汉语就能够就好。Anyway, so it's fine just to study Chinese language, and after which it's fine. Something such a thing is what I said anyway. Well, first stuff is I need to study Chinese language, and another stuff is so it's fine to study Chinese language for communicating. No. So anyway, so it's fine to communicate with each other using other languages than your mother tongues anyway. So if the so maybe I think so maybe not maybe Mr. Emmanuel Macron said or President Macron said that so being an ally doesn't mean being a vassal, but actually so it's a correct answer, but actually so if Europe becomes one of the vassals of China, so it's fine that it's fine that you use Chinese languages. It's fine that you use Chinese language or Putonghua is what you have to learn. So because Putonghua is a standard Chinese language, or maybe that's Mandarin, I think. Anyway, so this is all the stuff I'd like to tell you this time. So anyway, it's just Europe, the third world, which is the title of this episode, and I forgot the conclusion of this episode. And the conclusion is the rise of China is realistic ever. So the rise of China is realistic ever, and China is technologically advanced, and so in the case of politics, so I think it's controversial, but actually that country has persecuted that country is persecuting Uyghur people, or there are people who believes in Muslim, or who believe Islam, and who are Muslims, but actually so whatever the reason is, so anyway so so China is becoming the leader, and you are going to follow the direction of the mainland China without without thinking about the persecution against Uyghur people who live in the soil of mainland China anyway. But actually so the third Europe being the third world, it has no influence on most of people, which is what I'd like to tell you this time. So that's it. Thank you very much for everything. See you.